Welcome to Naples, Florida. Great day on a Fifth Avenue car show, or Cars on Fifth. We're celebrating all the lovers of the cars as myself. And right behind me here I have a 1929 Bentley. So we're going to find out a little bit more of the history of that car. We would love to have you share a little bit more about its beautiful 1929 Bentley, how you acquired it, and a little bit more about that.
Okay.
Can you share with us some of your great stories that you already shared with me, and your passion and love for this piece of art?
I can tell you a little bit, yeah. Prince George Imeretinsky, his father was the head of cavalry for Nicholas and Alexandra, the last Tsar of Russia. So Prince Imeretinsky was sent to England. He went to military academy, then he served in the British Army. He was wounded in the Battle of the Somme. He came back to England after World War I. He wrote several articles on body design, and then he had several Bentleys. He had three, and I don't think they were simultaneous, but this was the last one that he owned. And he designed the body, but it would have had long wings on it. But sometime by about 1937, I saw in some photos that it got the cycle fenders for less weight. But the 4.5 liter, I've gone through 7 European countries with it, driven Seattle to Pebble Beach a couple times, going south on the California coast. In a right-hand drive car, you get to look over the cliff at the rocks in the water. Beautiful ride, but still top 100 miles an hour. I've had the engine rebuilt. It's a 2-year rebuild. Runs great.
Don, share with us, how did your love for the car start? Because you and I had a huge pleasure to spend many hours with you, and we chatted about our passion, the cars, and then that led you into the passion for the car parts, and then you built a large business, and then all of this. So share with us, how did your passion for the cars start? When did that happen?
Lord, I don't know. I think I was always interested in cars as a mechanical engineer, and then as an adult, I bought a 1934 Rolls-Royce sports saloon, and then found out that it didn't have enough pep. So I saw a friend who had a vintage Bentley and decided I should have one. So I bought a 3-liter. My British friend found it in New Zealand, brought it in, liked it, and then found that if I wanted to do some serious mountain climbing, that you really needed the 4.5 liter. So I bought the 4.5 liter and sold off the 3. Bought this from a friend. Have done, as I say, Seattle to Pebble Beach twice in it. Had to rebuild the engine the one time, but it's a great car. Still top 100 miles an hour.
Wonderful. And you also have a Royce. So share with us.
Rolls-Royce?
Yeah, you also have a Royce. So share with us.
It's 100 years old now, 1920. And again, both cars have been up in Nova Scotia. Drove them from where I lived in Pennsylvania all the way up through New England to Nova Scotia and back. The Rolls-Royce, we've been on a lot of long-distance tours. It's been through New Mexico, Arizona, been in Texas. There are 2 very active touring groups still in the Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost and the Bentley.
Wonderful. So it's pretty much kind of feeling that 1920 is one kid and a 1929 is another one. But I'm feeling that this is your son. You love this one maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, this will run with modern traffic. The Silver Ghost doesn't quite.
Wonderful. Have you had any interesting racing experience with this Bentley 1929 that tops 100? No?
I've been on a couple of racetracks, but not in anger. When I drove Seattle to Pebble Beach, and then we were on the racetrack in Monterey. I've been on the racetrack in Connecticut, but not racing in anger. But it was raced before me.
Excellent. So share with me, how is the feeling driving a piece of history, the piece of art?
I don't know.
1929 Bentley.
Yeah, you get used to it. The accelerator's in the middle between the brake and the clutch, so you have to get used to that. But I don't know, you just drive it, and that's it. I've driven it in the 7 European countries. We climbed the Stelvio Pass with 47 hairpins going up, and we did the Grossglockner, which is another big pass over near Germany and Austria. And, this ran all the way, all the time.
Wow. Those are some really exciting experience. In the next week, I will take you up on the offer to stop by in your car condo. So you and we can connect a little bit more, because I want to see that 1920 Royce as well, and I want to hear more stories.
Okay.
Don, I thank you for being a great friend. And since we met the first time, we connected through these cars amazingly. So I want to thank you.
Great. Love your restaurant.
Thank you. Sales Naples. Loved by the well-traveled, the guests that love life and love best cars.
You got it.
Thank you.